So, okay, so in the last lecture, we have started about the next chapter, that is fifth chapter of programming for problem solving. Okay, so here we are going to learn the array and string. So before starting with this array and string chapter, we should know from where this array belongs to. This array is belongs to what? Derived data types. See, for basically data types, it is of three categories: basic or fundamental types. Those we are regularly using in the programs like integer, float, character. Then we have double, then unsigned integer, long integer. Okay, so these are what basic data types, and based on this basic data types, there are some data types like function, pointers, and array. So with the help of basic data types or fundamental types, these types are implemented in the C programming. So such types we call it as a derived data types. Okay, so this array is belongs to a category of derived data type. Now, what is the definition of array? Array is collection of same types of elements or values arranged one by one in the sequence. Okay, in the sequence where we have created the array. Like if I have written here 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then the values are going to be stored at the variable array variable in the same order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, likewise, and which is of same type in the sense, if I mention the array is of type integer, so all the values belongs to this variable array are of type integer. If I mention this array as of type float, so all the values belonging here in the curly bracket are of float type. Okay, so the once array is declared as integer, that means as like here, then all the values which are present are of type integer only. Okay, if I have given here the values 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so all those values are of type integer only because I have declared this array as of type integer. How we are going to declare the array? The data type, the name of array. While you giving the name of array, you should remember the rules for identifiers. So what are the rules? It will not start with any number. It can be start with it can be start with capital letters, small letters, or underscore. Space is not allowed in between the name of arrays or name of any variable. Okay, and these square brackets are used for array variable, declaring the array variable. Now the value belonging to this square brackets, ह्या square bracket मध्ये जे काही values असतात, it is the index of that array, or you also call it as a subscript. Based on the subscript available for the array, there are types for the array. If I am having only one subscript, we call it as a one dimensional array. If I have two subscript here, then these two subscripts are nothing but it called it as two dimensional array. If I am having here more than two, okay, it may be three or it may be like this four. Okay, if I am having the structure like this, we called it as a multi-dimensional array. Based on the subscripts, there are different types of array. Okay, so is it clear to you? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so again, yesterday we have seen one example of array. Uh, this is how we are going to declare integer type, or you may take any other type, the variable, and here the size, or you can give the subscript. Okay, so here, and how you are going to give the value to the array? With the help of curly brackets. See, I will give 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, or I will change the values 122, 33, 44, 55. Okay, there are the five values. So one thing you need to remember here, the array index is always start with the 0. It is always start with the 0. So if I want to print this 44, then I need to start my counting with 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 0, 1, 2, 3. So if I print here, if I use here printf %d comma a of yes, now here the index is 3, so it will print yes 44. If I execute this, it will be output will be 44. If I wish to print 33, that means again I will go through the index 0, 1, 2. So simply I will write it here 2. Okay, it will print the value of value 33 with this index. Also, if I wish to print all the values, जर सगळ्याच व्हॅल्यू प्रिंट करायचे असतील तर काय, फॉर दिस आय एम हॅव्हिंग व्हेरी सिम्पल, I can write this 5 times, but this is not a good practice because if I'm having more than these values, so we know we have learned one concept, that is for loop. Here I will initialize integer I is equal to 0, then I less than 5, I plus plus, and here within this bracket I am going to print the value of array index a of in bracket %d is equal to %d, and here I comma yes a of I, that is what array variable, and here I have given the index as I. So when it iterates in the first loop, it will have the value of I variable, that is 0. At 0th location, I'm going to print the value of a of I. Then it increments by 1. So 1 is less than 5. Yes, now a of 1 is equal to, here it will give the value a of 1, that is 22. Likewise, it will, the loop is going to be iterate continuously. Okay, I'm not looking for this, so I will give /n. Okay, a of 0, that is first location, 1 is stored at the second location, 22 is stored at third location, 33. Okay, likewise. Then we have one more point here. Just give me a minute. Hello, is screen visible to you? Hello?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Where it goes wrong? Now?
Visible, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now check. See, there are some compiler, as we have seen. Okay, as we have seen as of now, integer is required. Yes. How many bytes to store a value?
2 bytes.
2 bytes. But there are some compiler which takes 4 bytes to store integer values. Okay. I will show you here. You look here, integers are commonly stored using a word of memories, which is 4 bytes. Okay, it depends on the compiler. If the compiler is of 32 bits, so it will have this 4 bytes. If your operating system is of 64 bytes, then it will go with 2 bytes. Okay, so that is you need to remember either 2 or 4 bytes. Now here I will check the sequence of the numbers. Okay, I will see if I write here ampersand, that means it will show me the address location of this current a of I. That means if a of I, that means 0. At the first, it will go for 0. The index of 0 is at what location? Okay, if you go, now check here. Okay, a of 4. Don't look at the first, because if you check 7 9 8 6 9 3 6, up to this, all the values are same for all the memory addresses. That is what the values of array are going to be stored one by one in a sequence. Okay, so that one thing is clear. Now check 80 plus 4. Now here the compiler is using as 4 byte to store one integer value. Okay, check 84. The second value is stored at 84. The third value is stored at 88. Fourth value is stored at what? 92. And fifth value is stored at 96 in the difference of 4. Okay, now check here. I will give one more variable. B is equal to, let's say, 10. I need to give here comma. And here, I will print the value of B. No, I wish to print here. Okay, %u is used for displaying the addresses. %u and %b. Slashing. Okay, now check. You will find which all those values, all 5 values are in the sequence. If you check their first, almost 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 digits. Okay, so if you go like 76 plus 4 80 plus 4 84 plus 4 88 plus 4 92, and this B is stored somewhere at 68. जर तुम्ही दुसरा कुठले variable, if you are going to assign, it will be stored at different memory location. But when you assign a array, then now here 5 values, that means 20 bytes, because here the 4 byte is reserved for this integer type of values. So for 4 into 5 20, right? So 76 to this 92, this many number of bytes are reserved for this variable A to store their values. It is not necessary to always I will give the values. I will give here only 3 values. Just check. If I run the program, still this memory is reserved. If I remove this, okay, you will find the default value, that is 0. The values 3 are going to be stored, but as I have given only 3 value out of 5, the remaining 2 is going to be placed as 0 as a default value. But if you check here, जरी मी 3 व्हॅल्यू दिलेले असतील तरी इथे काय झाली, त्याची मेमरी ही अलोकेट झालेली आहे. For this memory addresses, though I give any value or I will not give any value, the second or any variable will not be occupy this spaces. दुसरा कुठलाच variable हे त्या memory spaces occupy करू शकत नाही, because this memory is allocated for this variable, array variable. Okay, समजतंय का? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now instead of giving value this way, instead of giving value in curly bracket, can you take the value in using for loop? तुम्ही for loop use करून value घेऊ शकताय का? Hello. Can you take the value? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I have not given the values, so it is printing any random values here. I need change. Okay, so what I need to do here, I need to take the values. Now, instead of writing this scanf 5 times, मला 5 वेळेस scanf लिहिण्यापेक्षा, again what I will do, I will use this for loop to scan the values. Okay, instead of printf, here I will use scanf in bracket %d ampersand a of yes I. That means at 0th location here, and see when this program will execute at 0th location, this location, this is going to scanf function is going to ask me some value. So once I give the value, it will be stored for this array of index location, and then again it will increment by 1. So a of 1, त्याच्यासाठी मी परत एक value देईल. Okay, so for that I need to write one message here, printf enter 5 enter 5 integer values for array. Okay, see when I run the program, okay, first value 1, second value 22, third value 33, fourth value 44, 55. I'll rerun again. 1, 22, 23. So these values are taken as an input, and as there is no nothing to here, so it directly goes for this for loop, and it what is the operation is there, again it founds the operation to print the value, so it is printed. What I will do, I will give one message here. The values of an array are equal to, okay, you can give any 5 values, 2, 23, 45, 88, 99. Okay, the values of an array are equal to this way. समजतंय का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
सगळ्यांना समजतंय का? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so can you try it? आतापर्यंत आपण जे प्रोग्राम केले त्याच्यामध्ये आपण काय केलंय, एकतर फॉर लूप मध्ये एक्झिक्युशनच केलेत, बरोबर, एक्झिक्युशन आणि स्टेटमेंट प्रिंट केले. But as I am taking the multiple values for same variable, so this is new thing for us. We can also take values in the scanf by using for loop. For loop ने आपण एकाच व्हेरिएबलला मल्टिपल व्हॅल्यू पण देऊ शकतो, बट बाय युजिंग ओनली अरे. अदर व्हेरिएबल, बाकीच्या व्हेरिएबलला जर तुम्ही व्हॅल्यू घेणार असेल, इट विल स्टोअर ओनली वन व्हॅल्यू, आणि जर तुम्हाला दुसरी व्हॅल्यू द्यायची असेल तर काय होईल, परत ती ओव्हरराईट होईल. ओव्हरराईट इन द सेन्स आधीची व्हॅल्यू निघून जाईल आणि नवीन व्हॅल्यू तिथे रिप्लेस होईल. ओके, बट विथ दिस अरे we are having the facility, we can store multiple values for a single variable. Okay, so can you do it? करू शकता आता लगेच?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, start doing it.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now listen everyone. What is my second problem statement? This first we have implemented. Okay, I have given you here solution and output. Similarly, the same slides, that means problem statement and solution and their output, I have given you for the pointers chapter, and I have linked through this teaching material. Okay, I will do the same for this as well. So you will be having the problem statement and as well as the solution, that means program, and how the output is there. Okay, this we have implement a program to accept 5 elements. See, in general language of programming, we call it as the elements. But as you are the new, so also we call it, I will call it as values. Accept 5 values, store them That means when we are accepting, it is going to be stored at the memory address, that is the concern, in an array, and display the result. Okay, display, for display we are using the printf, and here the values are displayed. Now the second problem statement is what? Implement a program to accept 5 elements. Again, I need to use the same for loop to get the 5 values for array from the user. Okay, but what is there in the next half of the problem? In an integer. Okay, so read it carefully. Implement a program to accept 5 elements in an integer array. So I need to create an array of integer type, and I need to scan. I need to use scanf function to scan or to take the 5 values from the user and find its sum. So I need to calculate the sum of all those 5 numbers which are given by the user. Okay, so what I will do here, I will keep the same. Okay, enter 5 integer values for array. I will keep this array value is same again. Okay, I will keep this first half because 5 values are okay. Now what I have to do here? Yes, इथे मला काय करायचंय? Sum print करायची त्याची. Okay, आता sum print करण्यासाठी काय करायला लागणार मला? Yes, who will tell me? I need to do the sum of those number. मग त्याच्यासाठी मला इथे अजून एक व्हेरिएबल यूज करायला लागेल sum. Initially I will keep sum is equal to 0. Okay, now I will use that variable here. Sum is equal to sum plus, yes, a of I. Sum is equal to, initially it is 0, 0. Now a of I. The value I am going to give it for this 0 plus that value is going to be here in the sum. Yes. Okay. Now I am going to write it here. Printf. Just give me a minute. I will elaborate how it works. Just let me check first. The sum is equal to %d, and here the sum variable. Slash n. Okay. 11, 22, 33. I will execute once again. 11, 22, 33, 44. The sum is equal to 165. Let me check. Eleven, 22, 33, 44, 55. 165, 165. Okay, so now check everyone what is happening here. Hello. Is everyone looking here at the screen? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Just check now. Here, a of I have initialized to 0. I less than equal to I less than 5, strictly less than 5. Now, the condition is true, right? The value of I is what? 0. 0 is less than 5. The condition is true. It goes to this in the for loop. It encounters scanf. Now, here at this location, I'm going to store 11. 11 ही काय होती? ह्या लोकेशनला स्टोर होतीच. म्हणजेच काय? A of I ची व्हॅल्यू काय असणार आहे आता या कंडिशनला? ओके, आय विल प्रिंट फॉर यू. printf. आता या करंट लोकेशनला a of I या व्हेरिएबलची व्हॅल्यू काय असणार? दॅट मीन्स 0th लोकेशनला काय असणार आहे सांगा व्हॅल्यू? मी जी इनपुट केली मी 11. ओके, आय विल राईट हियर %d इज इक्वल टू %d, आणि इथे मी I and a of I. ए ऑफ वाय. ओके, आता चेक करा. इथे मी एक व्हॅल्यू घेतली 11. ए ऑफ 0. ओके, /n 11. आता ए ऑफ 0 ला व्हॅल्यू किती आली बघा. हॅलो हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
ओके, इफ यू आर डुईंग द प्रोग्राम, सॉरी, त्यावेळेस मी प्रिंटएफ स्टेटमेंट हे फॉर लूपच्या बाहेर कॉल करेल. त्यावेळेस मला पूर्ण जी काही व्हॅल्यू असेल ऍडिशन झालेली इथे, ती मला सगळी व्हॅल्यू ह्या प्रिंटएफ स्टेटमेंट मध्ये मिळेल. समजतंय का? हॅलो.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so just I will write it here now. 11, 22, 33, 44, 55. Okay, the sum is 65. Because this is not necessary to print, it is for your understanding. Like इथे तुम्ही ऍड्रेसला ती व्हॅल्यू काय करून घेताय, अरे ची स्टोअर करून घेताय. आणि इथे काय झालं, हा ऍड्रेस ऑपरेटर यूज केलाय. मी ही स्टेप न करता मी काय केलंय, फक्त ते व्हेरिएबलच डायरेक्ट तो काय केला, इंडेक्स ऍक्सेस केलाय. आणि सम आय हॅव इनिशियलाइज टू 0. 0 प्लस द व्हॅल्यू विच यू हॅव गिवन, इट इज गोइंग टू बी ऍडिशन, अँड ऍडिशन विल बी स्टोअर फॉर द सम व्हेरिएबल. नंतर परत काय होणार, आय प्लस प्लस मीन्स इट इज इन्क्रिमेंटेड बाय 1. Again, it will check the condition. 1 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true. Program will enter into the scanf. It will check. It will get the second value from the user for a of 1. Then the value entered by the user plus the previous sum. In our case, 11 here. 11 plus now 22. The sum will be 33. 33 is stored here in the sum variable. Some variable, right? Then again it goes to increment. I value is going to increment by 1. Now 1 plus 1, 2. 2 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true. It will enter into the for loop. It encounters the scanf function. Now a of 2. So I have given the 33 value. Now 33 value is stored at this address of a of I, but the value is 33. Now 33 plus previous value 11 plus 22, that is again 33. 3 plus 33, that is 66, is going to be stored here in the sum variable. Okay, again it goes plus 1, that is 3, a of 3. So here I'm going to take the value of a of 3, that is 44. 66, then this here 44 plus 66. So 110 something. Okay, and then here I'm adding in the last iteration 5. 4 is less than 5. Yes, the condition is true, so it will go a of 4. So what is there in the a of 4? 55. 110 plus 55, it goes to 165. It again goes an increment, I plus plus. 4 plus 1, 5. 5 is less than 5, the condition is false. It will go and it will print the value in the sum, that is 165. समजलंय का?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so start doing implementation.
But sir, तिथं अरेचा काय यूज होतो?
कुठे कुठे म्हणताय तुम्ही?
सम मध्ये अरेचा काय यूज होतो?
नाही, सम मध्ये अरेचा यूज नाही केलेला आपण. अरे मधली जी काही व्हॅल्यूज आहेत ते कॅल्क्युलेट करण्यासाठी समचा यूज केलेला. हे थोडक्यात कसं आहे माहिती का, आता तुम्ही इथे व्हॅल्यू घेतल्यात, ह्यालाच काय म्हणतात, हँडलिंग ऑफ अरे. हा जो तुमचा नेक्स्ट पॉइंट जो होता सिलेबस मधला, हँडलिंग ऑफ अरे, बरोबर का? आठवतंय का तुम्हाला? मी आता नोट्स कडे जात नाही,